You can get your Wii remote to make the sounds of different Pokemon using Pokemon cards. This is such a cool feature that I never knew about. All you have to do is turn on your Wii, take a Wii remote, and get a Pokemon card from the year 2007. You'll notice these cards have this little code at the bottom. Hold the sensor of the Wii remote up to that code and you'll hear that Pokemon's sound. This is such a cool feature, and it would be even cooler if it was real, since I'm actually lying. But what is true is that I hit a secret Charmander in this video, and a secret Pikachu in the TikTok version. Can you find them both? Okay, I gotta see if this works. Apparently, there's a hidden Thanos Easter Egg on the PlayStation 5. So the first thing you have to do is look up Thanos on the PlayStation Store. Then you gotta get games from each generation of PlayStation. So what you need to do is put in a game from each generation and then eject it, starting from 1 to 5. First up, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. You actually don't need to eject this one. Okay, let's see. No. Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! Oh, of course. Of course this is fake. And I hope I got you. I hope I fooled you. Because none of you watched my Mario Kart video, even after I specifically asked you to. Did you know about the secret minigame on the PS2 startup screen? The PS2 has a lot of hidden features, such as being able to switch the screen resolution and aspect ratio, but this one is by far the most interesting. If you hold down the analog button on your controller during the startup screen, you'll be taken to this minigame. It's very minimal. You're in a first-person perspective traveling through the memory towers. There's no objective, but just like on the startup, the towers are accurate to the memory card inserted. It's unfinished and was actually supposed to be the original way to navigate through the memory card's save files, but was ultimately scrapped. However, it still exists in the PS2 software. There's no way to win or lose, so if you want to stop, you'll have to restart the system. But also, I'm lying. But what if I wasn't? Wouldn't that be awesome? Then I'd be able to make a video that says something like, Vine was once released on the 3DS. In 2013, Vine was everywhere, and it was one of the hottest video sharing apps at the time. Even Xbox had an app for it. But you probably didn't know that Dan Hoffman, the creator of Vine, had it released as a 3DS cartridge. It just made sense. Teenagers were their target audience, and teenagers were playing the 3DS. And with the 3DS having a camera, who wouldn't see it as a great marketing strategy? The only problem was its limited functionality. Sure, you could watch and upload videos, but you couldn't comment, share, and it was pretty slow and glitchy. After some bad initial reviews and Vine beginning to shut down for good, it was eventually pulled from stores. But also, I'm lying. First Snapchat on the 3DS and now Vine. What's next? Reddit? Gross. But did you know that— Okay, I gotta see if this works. Apparently you can get Sonic in Smash Melee. So Sonic was apparently supposed to be in the original game, but he didn't make the final cut. But he was recently found in the game files. So what you have to do is go to name entry, and then you gotta copy exactly what I do. So basically what this is doing is using the name entry, it's generating a character. Sonic is character number 26 in the game files, and then each character has a 3-letter code to represent them. The next step is to just play any match. It really doesn't matter. Alright, whatever. Oh shit. No way. No way. You can play Wii games on the PS3. You might not know— oh, what's the point? You all know I'm lying. Why would this even work? I mean, even if it was real, what would the purpose be? What, the two consoles used similar software? Sony used a Wii to create the PS3, and that's kinda good. The PS3 was actually built from a Wii, both physically and the software from it was also modified, which is why it works. And yes, GameCube games also work on the PS3, but also, I'm lying. You believe me? Yes, sir, you believe the whole thing. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Who would ever believe a guy who said something as stupid as— this is the PlayStation 2 disc for the PS1. It's able to emulate a PS2 demo on the PS1 console. The disc was used as a marketing strategy for current PS1 owners. It would allow them to test out PS2 games without actually buying a PS2. It contained a demo version of a few of the PS2 launch games, including Madden 2001, Tekken Tag Tournament, and Eternal Ring. The disc was actually not sold in stores, but rather mailed out to PS1 owners. The PlayStation 2 ended up being the most sold console ever, so this proved to be a successful tactic in getting users to upgrade from 1 to 2. But also, I'm lying. I'm gonna go now while you think about how you just believed me. Hey, while you're just believing stuff, believe this. You can use an NES controller on a Game Boy Advance. I can't believe I didn't know about this feature. If you take an NES controller, you'll notice the connector is way too big for the GBA ports. You'll need to shrink the controller. We all know putting things in the dryer will shrink them, but that's gonna take way too long, so I'll use the microwave instead. Set it to a few minutes, and then... But also, I'm lying. Okay, let's try this again. Instagram was once released on the Wii. I'm sure you've seen the Netflix disc for the Wii, but in 2012, Instagram was becoming one of the biggest social media companies, and Nintendo figured they ought to capitalize on it by putting the app on a disc exclusive to the Wii. While you couldn't post anything on the disc version, you were still able to like and comment on posts. The biggest problem was how slow it was. Everything you did, even just changing tabs, took you to, at minimum, a 10-second loading screen. The disc sold poorly. It just couldn't compete with the app. But also, I'm lying. We've done Twitter, Snapchat, Vine. There's an entire compilation on my channel of all the lies about social media games I've told. And I will now end the series with Instagram. But also, I'm lying again. Reddit on Game Boy coming soon. Stay tuned. Also, okay, I gotta try this. Someone just discovered this glitch where you can unlock Waluigi in Smash Bros. Brawl. So you know how whenever you play a certain amount of matches, a character will show up, and then if you beat them, you unlock them? Well, basically the glitch is that you lose on purpose, and you keep losing until you've reached 450 battles, which gets you to Wolf. So I have no characters because Ness keeps showing up at the end of the battles and I lose on purpose. And at this point I'm at 450 battles, which means every unlockable character is just ready, waiting for me to unlock them. But I gotta unlock Ness first, right? But if you keep waiting and never unlocking anybody, eventually the game will glitch and will show you Waluigi. So basically I'm just gonna play a random match and I'm just gonna leave. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's Ness. What? No way. Oh my... What? You probably didn't know that N64 games work on the Sega Genesis. That's because I'm lying and they can't. You can play Wii games on the Nintendo Switch. It was definitely strange having the Nintendo Switch not take discs or be backwards compatible, but that wasn't actually the original plan. If you have an OLED Switch with the dock, you can take a Wii or Wii U game and place it inside the dock behind the console. This is amazing. I'm playing Mario Kart Wii with a Joy-Con, but also, and more importantly, I'm lying. And with that, my summer lying comes to an end. You can check out the entire Summer Lies compilation on my YouTube channel right now, and also the entire August Lies compilation. More lies to come in September.